The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It is Q101, Brian and Kenzie.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And you know what? It's Friday.
I created a monster, cause nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, if you want shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that'll jumpstart my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor when I'm not cooperating. When I'm rocking the table while he's operating. Hey! You waited this long to stop debating, cause I'm back, I'm on the brag and ovulating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicating. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me.
All right, let's go. You made it. You're so close to the weekend. Riot Fest weekend. Riot Fest day, 6:05. 55 degrees. It is going to be an incredible day, close to 80, sunny. Oh, well, then cooler by the lake. So down by Riot Fest, even though it's not near the lake, still has that lake effect coolness. So it should
I
be
was
about...
like, I was GPSing that earlier,
Yeah.
and I didn't see a lake anywhere over there. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, the lake air wafts in about 4 miles to Douglas Park, and then it'll be a little cooler, but it's going to be a great day. Let's just say that. It's going to be an amazing day. Probably the best day of all Riot Fest. So we'll see you out there all day today. Foo Fighters headlining tonight, and we have your last chance. This is really coming up. This is it. 8 a.m. Put it in your phone right now. That'll probably be your last chance at 3-day passes. I mean, throughout the weekend, we might get some and you throw them on the air. But 8 a.m., you've got your shot at 3-day passes.
And you can go literally the entire day today, even. You don't miss any of it.
You don't miss nothing.
You can be there at noon. Like, hello.
I mean, Kenzie's opening it up. They're putting like rose petals out there, and there's a velvet rope, and then she's going to open the doors right at noon.
I'm gonna be there early, and you know when you start becoming your parents?
Well, yes.
You know how they say that? I am like, well, I'm going to go at 11 so I can scope out the parking situation.
What is the insurance commercial that does that? Is it insurance?
I know, yeah. And they're
crap.
like, we can't help you from becoming your parents.
You can't help. You know what that is, Case, the producer, by the way? Case is rolling over to get to his microphone. He didn't want me to bother
Kind of
him.
a slow roll this morning.
That was a slow.
Jeez.
Kind of doing some other stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's progressive. They're really funny commercials.
Yeah. That's like when you get into the concert 2 hours before doors open. Okay. Yeah, but we'll get a great parking space. That's going to be Kenzie today. Absolutely.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Tough parking over there. Tough situation.
That's what I'm saying.
Taking public trans would be best. With a lot of other things going on in Chicago at rush hour today on Friday, and just in general. So public trans is obviously really walking your way in. Parking like a mile and a half away and walking in is your best bet.
But the thing is that you have the ability to Uber, take public transit to and from your place.
Yeah.
I do not.
There's no L train to Elgin.
No, there's a blue line from Elgin directly to Douglas Park.
Now, there's a Metro line, right? You can take the Metro right in.
There's a Metro, but So the thing with a late night Metro is that you think you're going to die because I've done that before. Where does it sound like say you're leaving at 10. That doesn't sound late. It's 10 o'clock.
Right.
By the time I get to my stop, it's like midnight.
That's got to be the last stop on that line, right? Elgin?
Oh, Big Timber is the last stop.
Oh, okay. Big Timbers.
And Big Timbers. And I used to get off. There's National Street, Elgin, and Big Timber, which are all basically in the same area. We probably could have combined that, but whatever.
Yeah.
So by the time I get off, it's like there's no security, there's no street lights, there's no anything. You're just like getting left in a dark parking lot, and you have to wait for the train to pass. Like it's on the other side of the tracks. Like, if I got murdered right now, I couldn't even run to my car. I'd be like, wait, hold on, the train will be gone in a minute. Like it's very, very bad. So I'm like, I have to drive. And also, I can't take the train in this early.
Yeah, this early you can't do it.
So my car's already here. It's a whole thing, Brian.
Yeah, I get it. I'm feeling it. And also, I will say that taking the Metro train to the burbs after things like that, it's a scene, man. I mean, the people that are hammered and whatever, they're on things.
Oh, yeah.
That train is kind of like an after party.
There you go.
The Metro train is.
Free tickets to the after show. It's $2 ticket to the after show.
I mean, I see people go in the Walgreens, get those the single serving wine and drinks to take onto the train to get
Those
it done.
are fun.
Yeah, it's nice we can do that in Chicago here, but Hey, listen, it's going to be a day. It's going to be a weekend, Riot Fest, and 8 a.m. is your next and possibly last chance to win 3-day passes.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
We'll get to the facts to make your brain just go in just a few minutes. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. But on the text line, Kenzie, we're just talking about taking the Metro line to Elgin, where you reside. Let's see here. 267 checked in. I'll be in South Elgin for work today, Kenzie. Need a good recommendation for lunch. Hashtag on the company $.
Ooh.
So what do you want to give them out there? You want to throw one out in your head, top of your head? Do you have one?
What do you think? South Elgin.
What's the difference? Is there like a huge difference? Because I haven't perused Elgin lately. Is there a big difference between South Elgin and Elgin? Is it far?
No, people get confused even. Like, actually, I've seen when we had all those tornadoes, they were like reporting live from South Elgin. I'm like, well, that's Elgin, actually, where you're standing.
Oh, yeah.
That Portillo's is in Elgin, not the South Elgin.
The South Elgin.
But it depends how deep you are into South Elgin. So that's fine, yeah. But Jurin is really good.
What's that?
Jurin. It's a hibachi place with also really good sushi.
Ooh,
It's
for lunch?
It's on the company $, baby.
Hell yeah, okay,
You
good.
forgot.
I like what you're thinking.
I have not seen one of these in the city, and I may get reamed for this. This is on a more affordable side / quick side. Have you ever heard of Skippy's?
I've not heard of Skippy's.
Okay, there's a bunch of Skippy's, but I've never seen one downtown. I see them throughout Illinois, and they have like the best gyros ever. It's a fast food place.
Okay.
And they have kickin' gyros.
All right.
So I love that.
Where are they, like far west burbs? Because I've been a lot of those burbs. I've never seen a Skippy's or heard of it.
There's definitely like I be seeing them, so I don't know, but I've never seen one downtown.
I gotta do better.
I know Skippy's is kicking, so that's a really good fast option. Jurin for some hibachi and really really good sushi. It's very fun.
On the company hashtag
and that
$.
company $.
Yeah.
Dollar holla, baby.
Good recommendations.
Thank you.
I mean, I want to try both of them. I got to drive to Elgin.
Also, Jimmy's Char House is right over there, more in Elgin, and that one's awesome.
Julio just checked in on the text line. Skippy's is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah.
Skippy's is great.
There you go, bud. Enjoy those. Let us know which one you pick on the company $.
Hey.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and coming up with fact that makes your brain go. Now, yesterday, late in the show, if you go to the podcast, or maybe heard it live, hopefully, we did Beat Shazam with Kenzie, where it's a game show. We'll probably start doing on here a little more often. I never heard of the game show until Kenzie brought it up because she wanted to get on the show with her family.
Yes.
And it's beating the app Shazam to guess what a song is quickest, basically. So this fact relates a little bit to music in this way, but because I found myself lately more than ever Googling lyrics of songs I've known for a long time. You ever fall in that wormhole? Like, well, what are they saying there? I can't remember how this goes. And then I really end up, for example, Shinedown, Second Chance. We went in there. You really dive into the lyrics, and you've been singing this song for so long, and you're kind of like, wait a minute, that lyric is really powerful, this one little section. Do you fall into that, like looking up lyrics of songs, Kenzie? Or maybe you're like me, the listeners out there?
I feel like I get corrected a lot by my husband when I'm singing.
Oh, boy.
He's like, what do you think they said? I'm like, why do you have to ruin everything for me?
And then do you Google it then, or the lyrics to make sure he's right?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but sometimes I'm like, because we'll get in fights about it.
Yeah.
We actually had a texter yesterday that was making me laugh so hard because we played that Noah Khan, drunk dial,
Yes.
right? And
Dial drunk?
Dial drunk. And whatever. See, you're just like my husband, right?
So, damn it. I don't want to be that either. It's kind of like the Nazi spell checker. It was like, you spelled this word. It's there, not there.
But that one you should know. But anyways, he was texting in and he was saying that he thought it was I'll drive drunk, I'll drive drunk, I'll drive drunk.
Oh
for
my
you.
God.
And he goes, I've been singing it wrong this whole time and now I can't stop. I'm like, that's not good.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can start that conversation right now of lyrics that you got wrong. You thought forever was this, and then you end up singing this and you find out really what it is, because that's what the fact relates to today. The #1 searched song lyrics. So I'll give you the song that people search the most.
You know what song I messed up for a long time?
What's that?
You know, like Meet Virginia.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought it was Meet the Ginger. Meet the Ginger. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I sang it forever.
For all those people out there trying to meet a redhead, redheads get the respect they deserve.
I thought it was. I thought he was super into red hair, Meet the Ginger.
Case, I know you got a lot going on with Riot Fest today, all your interviews, but can you make a parody song of Meet Virginia, Meet the Ginger?
Yeah, let me get right on that, Brian.
I can't be the only one who thought it was Meet the Ginger.
Meet the Ginger.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then I had to correct my aunt because, turn the beat around. She thought it was turn your feet around.
Oh, my God. So forever until just recently, I thought the Sarah McLachlan song for when the animals come on TV and it's so depressing.
Yeah.
I thought it was In the Arms of a Stranger.
That's bad.
I know.
Sounds like you're getting naps.
Maybe because I want to be in the arms of a stranger. I don't know, but it's arms of an angel, of course.
Yeah, those don't even sound very similar.
I don't know. Listen to it. The arms
of an angel and stranger.
stranger.
I don't know. That's not as similar. All the other ones were really close.
Yeah.
And you just picked a totally different word.
Why are you judging me?
I'm not. I'm just saying that's kind of odd.
It's a little some subconscious stuff going on there.
Come on, Case. You have to have a good one. What'd you mess up?
Well, this one's actually gone viral recently because there are a lot of people like me who know the song Blink-182, What's My Age Again? And in the second verse, everybody thought Mark Hoppus said, I walk alone to get the feeling right. But he came out and said, it's I wear cologne to get the feeling right.
I've heard that. Lying to me.
No, I'm serious. And that's a song that's been in my life my entire life. I love that song. It might be my favorite Blink song. I thought it was I walk alone to get the feeling right, and Mark Hoppus insists he's talking about wearing cologne.
That is amazing. That's
I think
awesome.
he's just messing with us.
Oh, 312-591-8300. Call up. Want to hear your voices here on a Friday. You can even sing the lyric that you thought what it was, and then what you found out it really is.
And this is true. Mitchell just texted and said, like Kenzie's mom in the 30 Seconds to Mars song, she thought it was Marry Me, but it's Bury Me.
She said, what a beautiful song.
She loved it. She thought it was so cool that this guy was screaming, Marry Me. She's like, it's so romantic.
No, it's not at all.
It's a little different.
Check in with us, and we'll give you the fact of the song that's the most searched song for song lyrics coming up here in just about 6 minutes.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And the song that has been searched the most for its song lyrics, and Kenzie guessed it during the break pretty easy. It was the first thing she said. A lot of times we guess on these things throughout. I don't give her the answer until we get on the air. And it is, I guess, pretty obvious. It's Bohemian Rhapsody.
I thought that.
Because the lyrics are so weird. When it gets into the middle of the opera part and, Scaramouche, thunderbolts and lightning, Beelzebub has a devil put it. Yeah, everybody has sung that, especially from Wayne's World, if anything else. So that's the number one search song lyrics in the United States. Do you want the top 5?
Yeah, give me top 5. Hit me with some.
Next up is Hotel California, the Eagles. I don't know why that's confusing, the lyrics in there, but I think it's just kind of a deep, weird
people
song.
like the story.
Yeah.
So they probably look it up because the whole thing is a story, right?
Yep. How about Eminem Lose Yourself is number 2.
Does
Or
people
3,
want
I'm
to do
sorry.
the whole thing?
I guess so. I don't think they not understand it, but they want to sing along to it perfect.
Yeah.
They
And he be saying a lot of words when he raps.
And it's also impressive at a party if you can do Lose Yourself, I guess.
Everybody wants to lose yourself.
Billie Jean, Michael Jackson is 4. That seems kind of odd, too. But then again, it's hard to understand. Like the beginning part, I don't know what he's saying.
There was a bunch of conspiracy theories, too, about, who is this kid and do you know what I mean? And who's Billie Jean. So I wonder if people looked it up to analyze lyrics because there were so many rumors about that song.
Yeah. And you really do wonder who that kid is because it must have been a personal experience for him.
It was not.
I think
he would have raised that child if it
You
was
think so?
Yes.
Maybe he
literally
did.
hired a friend to have kids. I think he would have raised the kid.
That's who we met at Picnic.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Which is nice.
And Dolly Parton, Jolene is 5, which, I don't know. Maybe people want to sing along to it. I don't think it's a
I love that song.
It's a great song. Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Now, that was based on a personal experience for her. Did you know that?
I didn't.
That song is about a girl who worked at a bank that her husband used to go, run errands, and it pissed her off.
Wow.
So it was about a real woman who worked at the bank named Jolene that she felt like her husband had a crush on.
Yeah.
Who was really pretty. Described her to a T and everything. And Dolly does a really funny interview where she's like, she's been married for 50 years or something.
Clearly.
And she's like, she goes, where's Jolene when you need her? I would love a break.
It worked out pretty good. It worked out just
I would love
fine.
a break now. I don't really care anymore. But no, she wrote that about a woman who worked at the bank.
Damn.
You're welcome.
I wonder if Jolene was a hooer.
A hooer?
A hoe.
I don't think so. How could you cheat on Dolly Parton?
Well, back then she was just a pretty girl, and there was another pretty girl. She wasn't like a millionaire.
She was pretty successful pretty early in their relationship.
Jolene was one of her first big hits, right?
Oh, that's tough. One of the ones that lasted a long time,
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, she had hits back then that you wouldn't listen to now.
I love 708 texted in. There's a guy version of Jolene. I know there is that. I think I've heard that, by the way.
I haven't heard the guy version. I've heard the response version by another country artist.
Oh.
And it's about Jolene not realizing that this man's married.
Ooh.
Full perspective. Yeah.
Yo, back off, biatch.
No, like she's apologizing. Like he lied to both of us.
Oh, so the guy's a jerk as usual.
You immediately pin the women on each other. That's nice.
Yeah, well, the guys are always a jerk too there, right?
I mean, he's cheating on his wife.
He wasn't cheating. He was just talking to the bank.
Just making deposits.
Want to hear more about your IRAs? What you got going on over here? And maybe you want to do a little lunch and tell me about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people checking in on the lyrics. They messed up forever. Somebody thought Better Man was Butterman. That's great. System of a Down, The Real World's Why Do We Always Sing the Poor? When they scream that part, he always used to say, why do we always sing apart? Why do we always sing apart? Thank you for checking in on that. A lot of good ones. In case yours was Blink-182, right? Explain that again real quick.
Yeah, I always thought the line in Blink-182's What's My Age Again was I walk alone to get the feeling right. But recently, Mark Hoppus came out and said that it's actually I wear cologne, not I walk alone.
Honestly,
and that
walk
blew my
alone
mind.
would be better.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't even make sense. What do you mean you wear cologne to get the feeling right?
And I thought the same thing, by the way, is to say, I walk alone.
Yeah.
And
Everybody's done that. Everybody sang that line.
Yep.
I still hear I walk alone.
I feel like a pile of crap because I'm like, well, that actually seems accurate now.
God, I'm stupid.
Oh, no.
Lyrics are wild.
Lyrics are wild. Good point, Brian.
Like Kenzie's mom, who thought in 30 Seconds to Mars it was marry me, marry me.
Marry me.
It was bury me.
It's a bummer because Marry Me would have been really cute.
It would have been this really
And
nice
if Jared
song.
Leto ever shows up to any of the interviews we schedule him for, I would love to bring up that point.
So far, he's 0 for 1,000.
Don't count on that, Kenzie.
Yeah.
We'll play the song anyway, though. Let's see if you say bury me or marry me when you sing along with this. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, about an hour away, 8 a.m. Your last chance at Riot Fest. It's Riot Fest Day. 8 a.m. will be the 3-day passes we'll throw out there. And again, there could be some all day. Lauren and Brian Phillips may throw out last-minute ones. We're just telling you at 8, we know for sure we are giving out 3-day passes for you, and you can enjoy, as Kenzie says, the entire damn day because it starts in 5 hours. Wow, that sounds crazy to say that.
I know.
I can't stop reading these lyrics people keep sending in. 312 texted in and said, you know the song Big Old Jet Airliner from Steve Miller? Big Old Jet Airliner. He thought they said, Big Old Jet had a light out. Imagine singing that for years and realizing it's not it. Thank you, Google, for the lyrics. It's pretty awesome. Eventually figure out what songs are saying what people are saying.
I don't think you need to. I think it's part of the fun in life.
Yeah, like dance like no one's watching, sing like you're singing the wrong lyrics.
Sing like no one's listening.
Here's Go Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Hunter Biden has been indicted on federal gun charges. He's already asked Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis to act as character witnesses. Guest stars on the new Rolling Stones album include Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder, Lady Gaga, and Elton John. Also, the Grim Reaper has a cameo, looming ominously behind all the guys except Keith. NSYNC released a preview of their new song in over 20 years. It's crazy. It's like no time has passed between how I didn't care for their music 22 years ago and how I don't care for it now. Allison Hannigan from the American Pie movies is doing Dancing with the Stars. Tip for parents, if she comes out for one of her dance numbers holding a flute, have the kids leave the room. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.